Dragon Source, sexiest man alive, alien slayer, demon slayer, superhero. And we're live on New Earth. Let's go. This video, what it feels like to be Neo in the Matrix. It's the ability to recognize the same force attacking you from several different vessels or people, several different angles. First, it'll attack you in your thoughts. Then it'll manifest as people around you that are representing that idea. Okay? For example, you're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to break that rule. Okay? Could be the government coming after you in various ways, collect debt, or it could be, a security guard or a police officer or whoever is supposed to represent authority. It could even be your boss. Anyone who is supposed to have authority over you in this matrix, the same chaotic force, you can call it the Galactic Federation of Light, you can call it the government, but I'm talking about on a spiritual level. You could just call it simply chaos, darkness. It's hard to say that, it's hard to pinpoint exactly who that force is on the spiritual level. You can just see the life evidence of it. You could just see how it operates, right? So this force will possess many people on the hive mind frequency, which is 99% of the population, if not more, right? Collective consciousness. And it'll just use them as vessels to serve as walls anytime you're trying to do something that violates the codes or rules in the Matrix. Now, none of these rules needed to exist. These are just arbitrary. And the only purpose of having these rules is to keep you enslaved, right? Really, everything should be free. What are we working for? What is money for, right? Thought should be free. You should be able to think and say whatever you want. Like, the highest wisdom, arguably, is do what thou wilt, right? You guys want to all give credit to a certain occultist that will not be named here. But really, that wisdom is timeless. The dark side just steals timeless wisdom, rebrands it, inverts the symbols, and then claims it as their own. Now, you have to recognize the same force that can be attacking you from many angles. You think, oh, this is an isolated incident. That's an isolated incident. Oh, that's just some bad luck here and there. Oh, that person just said that to me. That person, oh, they happened to say something similar recently too. But I don't know. I guess they were just also in a bad mood. I just happened to have that accident happen to me. No. I'm convinced it's the same force that is pulling all the strings of these negative events in our lives. Generally, not always. There are such things as coincidences, but generally it is from the same origin point that is manifesting through different vehicles, right? So when you look at life from that perspective, oh, really the whole world is against me. You guys are collectively not interested in my spiritual and emotional and mental and physical well-being and survival. You're interested in yourselves, and if my frequency happens to clash with your hive mind frequency, you're going to basically gang stalk me in the spirit realm to subdue me. Right? That's what it feels like to be Neo. So at that point, the only option is, okay, I have to activate my superpowers or face certain death. Even if that death is only spiritually or emotionally, like, all right, well, I guess I'm not allowed to have that sort of confidence and faith in myself anymore, because if I do, I'm going to act that way and get shot down. You see? So learning to recognize the actual source point of various problems in your life. It's just one thing. It's just one devil. It just has a million different faces, shapes, and forms. Do you get it? The darkness, chaos, Shugal, Corazon, Lucifer, Satan. I think Lucifer is just a specific subset within that whole thing. I don't think you can give it credit for being the whole thing of darkness, but he's in there. So how do we activate our powers, right? It's just awareness. It's like trust your intuition, trust your gut, because it knows. Like if something feels off, it's a very very subtle whisper, but like just listen to it. Just listen to it. Something saying like, I think it's danger if we go that way. Just listen to it. It's not worth taking the risk to find out usually. You know, there are many traps the Matrix will set for you. The key thing is just to not have any guilt, remorse, regret, shame about anything you do. If you're in that frequency, if you're in that state of being of guilt, you'll manifest a situation where something externally imposes its will on you to find you guilty and basically steal your energy or put you in a negative situation. It's like, all right, no matter what I do, I'm not guilty. Esoterically, I'm not guilty. I shouldn't even be in a situation where I would even come to the conclusion to have to act that ruthlessly in the first place. Like, you got to stay one step ahead. That's like the Neo mentality. It's always one step ahead. He's always half a punch faster than all the agents, right? It's like foresight. Like I see what's going to happen. I'm using my intuition. I'm tapped in. I'm in a state of inner silence, sobriety, clarity, where I can feel and perceive exactly what is happening and the timeline that is going to happen. You get a vision, a sudden flash, like, okay, trust that. That's a timeline that exists somewhere. Let's make sure that that's not my timeline that I have to experience in this physical reality. Do you get it? The mentality of a warrior, a spiritual warrior. It's Dragon Source, signing off.